Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, here to deliver onto your eyes and ears another glorious Propagandacast for you, not to burp on, but to feast on, with your eyes and ears. We shall be watching MVGravemouth fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 2nd Infantry Division, in a brutal fight against Pivawsky of the 352nd Infantry Division. Phew. 2 pioneers start going up for Pivawsky. Volksgrenadiers start, and note the Wehrmacht quarter placement right here at the sort of right-hand edge of the base, thus indicating he's probably going to be focusing right there. Of course, that's something as an American opponent you're going to figure out right away anyways, unless you decide to rush in and even see, where did he place that Wehrmacht quarters? It is vital for me to know. In which case, of course, you'll probably note the infantry moving up here before you actually note the Wehrmacht quarters. But of course, any way you can sort of divine your opponent's intent, of course, is always nice, as it gives you a bit of idea of what he might be doing and how to stop it. But we are seeing 2 engineers starting to swell out from Gravemouth. Riflemen hiding about there. So Volksgrenadiers moving up the center, going towards the munitions, the Munition. To follow up with, could it be an MG? Could it be more Volksgrenadiers? Could it be a sniper? Probably Volksgrenadiers. Pioneers rising up here, pioneers sitting there. Securing the munitions there, securing the munitions there. So far, largely mirrored behavior from the 2 players. And there we go, 2nd squad of Volksgrenadier coming out for Pivawsky and the 352nd Infantry Division. And we are seeing the riflemen heading towards the east a bit, perhaps setting up position in the house to sort of get a nice look around, spot what's going on, perhaps even stop some troops from advancing a bit too far. Opening all the windows, while also by coincidence clumsily breaking them. Seems like everyone here is a butterfingers. Pioneers sneaking up their rifle and hiding still there. They don't want any Germans to get into the house. And there we go again, popping up. He's apparently rather keen on the reconnaissance. Volksgrenadiers laying down some wire there again. And this is apparently a round 3 out of round number 3 out of 3 with these fellows fighting against each other in some internal tournament. Pioneers getting run off by a nice American rifleman engineer combination. We're seeing a rifleman heading towards here. What Pioneers are laying down the wire, but they're on the wrong side. They wire themselves up against the fence and are going to get shot for it by the Americans because they were too clumsy. Looks like they might just make it out of there. Might just. Leaving the Americans a bit annoyed, they have to take the longer route. But Volksgrenadiers staying together with each other, which is definitely nice. Volksgrenadiers tend to be the sort of infantry that works better with something else, preferably other Volksgrenadiers or Grenadiers. They're not so much a standalone, let's do this in the name of the Reich sort of stormtrooper unit. So that, of course, is quite vital to remember. We are now actually in the MG42 moving up. Pioneers again, mounts advancing up, trying to mine there. A nice thought, but the Americans rather ruin that sort of nice thinking. Engineers moving about here. Mine there, that's good. He could also mine here, for example. He could also go for the munitions, but apparently Gravemouth is not feeling quite up for that one. Getting into the house again. Pioneers here under grave fire and are run off by Gravemouth's men. And now we're seeing wire cutting up there. Mines going down there instead. Volksgrenadiers moving up here. Engineers, sandbags, good. Helps you in a slightly more risky position. I mean, usually you'll go for sandbags if you sort of think, well, this is definitely not the safe sort of spot. And the closer you get to your opponent's base, the better idea it is. In this case, of course, a nice move right there by Gravemouth, although sadly did not fully work out. At least he managed to render the fuel point neutral, thus denying lots of precious fuel to Pivawsky and the 352nd, who's now going for 3 Volksgrenadier squads and an MG, and he is not entirely sure what he's going for next. Another MG, so the more heavy 3 Volksgrenadiers, 2 MGs. One of the many sort of standard builds of the Wehrmacht, sort of depending on how much aggression you want to show, how much firepower you want in. Also sort of mobility-wise, how you sort of want to play. This is one of the more mobile, aggressive builds the Wehrmacht has. Also one of the heavier ones, and definitely they can't really add more in unless they want to expose themselves to something like, say, an armored car rush. Which, again, unless, of course, your opponent decides to really skim out on infantry, in which case you can really push forward and do a lot of damage. I mean, 3 Volkskriegs, 2 MGs, the amount of resources that go into that are about what you can actually get away with. In this case, though, we do see the Browning automatics pop up, so in theory, Pivawsky could just stick around in tier 1 and get something more. Though, of course, you could also decide to just push the advantage against Gravemouth. Of course, Gravemouth right here figured he could push his advantage by going for rifle with Browning automatics, making it much more difficult for Pivawsky to advance, because, you know, the thing with the Browning automatics being, you know, like machine guns essentially is, of course, they don't just boost offensive firepower, they also boost defensive firepower. So, I mean, it's going to be much more difficult for Pivawsky and the 352nd to actually make any advances, because they'll be running straight into a stream of BAR fire, and they could even risk, of course, a bit of suppressive fire as well, so that's something that can make it rather difficult. And looks like Sloppy Helmut was at it again, starting the construction, but not finishing it off. There we go, the Volkskriegs moving in again. Note, sandbags going down at the strategic point again, and lovely. Of course, one thing here that Gravemouth does risk exposing himself to, of course, is that Pivawsky might rush straight for Sturm Army and get some armored cars out to deal with it. So, of course, it's something you always have to be sort of wary about. Volkskriegs have been under fire, though. And there we go, getting suppressed. So, suppressive fire as suspected. These unit riflemen apparently do nothing. They might want to push in, well, not probably there, but perhaps over to the left-hand side. And these pioneers are definitely regretting they went too far. Another MG42 covering here, so Pivawsky is definitely laying down the German law right here on the right-hand side of the map, feeling that perhaps the left-hand side is less great territory for the Wehrmacht to go into. But we are seeing the 3 Volkskriegs moving in, and pioneers joining in. If he goes Blitzkrieg, or perhaps even Terror, he might be able to overpower the riflemen right here. And right here, of course, we are seeing the Americans quickly getting stopped by a badass of MG42 fire from the Schwers MG42. Riflemen though holding out, but again slightly losing, in fact, as some of them are actually getting out in the open. The Volkskriegs again working a bit better in numbers, can get a slight advantage, but suppressive fire does pin some of the Volkskriegs, and this could be what Gravemouth needs. But no, the Volkskriegs still keep on. He hasn't suppressed all of them. One squad braves it all and tries to shoot the Americans in the face, and there we go. Despite heavy casualties, he has pushed through. Kampfkraft Center going up. And there we go, going straight for the Sturm Army. Medic bunker up to help with some of all those wounded. This fight definitely produced quite a few wounded. So the medics certainly will be earning their pay today. The rifle now running off, and also a little fun fact. There's going to be the SNF tonight, the Sunday night fight. The qualifier tournament, so pop over to communitysteward.org later today. But there'll be a link for that, so just in case, of course, you were interested in a bit of live streaming, and my apologies for not streaming a lot lately, but I've been too occupied with the Communist 2 Alpha, which of course I still can't talk about. And certainly the Alpha is forcing away a lot of the streamers, but also apparently not so many replays going up anymore, which I do find a bit of sad. Mine though goes off nice. This could be that Gravemouth has gone infantry, or he could have had some engineers laying down mines. And there we go, veterancy up. Sturm Armory phase ready, or the assault phase that this is also known as. Mine there, so just in case someone decides to follow through there. Nice, pioneers barely dodged it right there. Could be that Gravemouth has put himself at a bit of a disadvantage despite holding a large part of the map. He has not been building a lot here, and he definitely needs to get something like a tank depot or a motor pool up very, very soon. Again, he should know that going for the BARs as the Americans can result, you know, in the armored car response from the Germans, in particular when you also see a medic bunker and a bit of veterancy going up in the Volkskriegs. Suppressive fire though, again, stopping the Volkskriegs again nicely. Note how quickly it sort of stops down a large infantry assault, and he's only using one squad to do it. Now we see another squad moving in, opening up, gunning down Volkskriegs. Fuel point there is being seized. Again, trying to march up here. He's not quite having any success with it. He needs a larger force. In the meanwhile, the Volkskriegs are pushed away with severe casualties. Pivawsky's advance did not quite fare as well as he would like to. And there we go, Pivawsky sort of reporting bar suppression working nicely. Good job, mate. Keep suppressing my men. Oh, wait, no, you're not. Trying to push in here, but of course, mines. No! Oh, no. Pivawsky actually should have tried to lure them into the mine. Instead, he didn't. And now he's in fact being forced off the right-hand side. That is... oh. But soon the Sturm Army will be ready, and probably some armored cars will be sent in to assist the 352nd in their righteous fight against the Yankee Scourge. Tank depot going up for Gravemouth. Rather here fighting against the Volksgrenadiers, and again the Volksgrenadiers are not really in any sort of condition to fight. And we are in fact seeing terror up. So at least they will have seal at this stage, I wager, because just goes for the left-hand side, which does make them a bit tough and a bit more dangerous as they lose men. Pioneers here pushed off. The Browning automatic rifle doing a lot of damage there. Volksgrenadiers pushing up. MGs providing support. Grenadier squad reformed. Definitely Pivawsky is getting the slightly upper hand now. Tank depot is up. He might go for a Sherman. That would definitely cause a bit of a headache for Mr. Pivawsky. And going again for the fuel points, hoping to deny the Wehrmacht their precious fuel so their panzers cannot move. And there we go, the right and right here are getting surrounded. They are getting the Germanic welcome party, which involves a lot of guns and jackboots. Generally isn't actually about welcoming as much as it's about killing somebody. Nice move right here. He did not try to move in here, otherwise he might have risked the mine going off and actually suppressing and even killing some of his own men. Though there, of course, there's a mine there, and...
one of our munitions points.
Oh, never mind. And there we go, goes off, kills quite a few, sending them out into the roadside. Almost looking like he's about to have a tan, but clearly he's had a bit of shrapnel. Grenadiers up, and we're seeing an LMG-42. This early on, this is fascinating. The riflemen do manage to make it out, but even then they do get a nice peppering from the Grenadiers with the MG-42. Armor car opens up, Volksgrenadiers up, the riflemen are pretty much surrounded, and if they try to escape, of course, they will get more. And there we go, steel granate going out, the riflemen exposing themselves. Oh, just as the MG-42 is forced to reload. There we go, they're opening up again, and the riflemen get out somewhat relatively safely, but reinforcements will be needed. Tank destroyer. Gravemouth, I think you should have gone for the Sherman. I definitely think you should have gone for a Sherman. Could also deal with the armor car, could also deal with the infantry much better. And that's why you usually go for a Sherman first when you rush for the tank depot. Because the Sherman, again, can deal with the infantry, and again, also with the armored cars. And the tank destroyer can only deal with the armored car, not with the infantry. And usually want something that really pushes your advantage. Tank destroyer somewhat, Sherman though tends to do much better, and we are seeing the armored doctrine going up for Gravemouth. Still, I think he should have gone for the Sherman. Grenadiers still holding up here, getting the munitions. Armored car patrolling about a bit. Oh, could set off the mine, could set off the mine. But it doesn't. Pioneers here getting fired at though. A nice progression by the Germans on the right hand side, and a nice force moving up the centre. I'm taking up position. There you go, the tank destroyer rolling in. Misfire bug, and there we go. Nice hit on the armored car, but again had their only bit of Sherman. He could also have done other Volksgrenadiers much better. There you go, Panzerfaust. Oh, it was a dart, but thankfully there's more than one Panzerfaust. Mine goes off, rifleman stop, the MG-42 once more saving the day. And here, Gravemouth needs to be careful, of course he knows there are mines about. And of course in this case, Pivawsky is clearly hoping to lure the tank destroyer into a mine. Sadly, that did not quite work. And meanwhile, the Volksgrenadier Grenadier force moving in there. MG fire, rifle fire opening up, and the tank destroyer actually moves straight into space, going straight for the Needlewerfer. That is definitely one way of doing it. And the riflemen are themselves forced away here. Nice peppering of LMG fire kills another poor bastard. And the Needlewerfer could go down any moment soon. Armor car not doing much. But definitely not bad right there. Gravemouth, rather than going for the obvious biscuit and going into a trap, instead sneaks into the base, and there we go. Pivawsky, torn with grief, shouts, "My neighbor! 9!" He should now, of course, need antidepressants after this. And we are seeing another tank destroyer again. I would have loved to see Gravemouth go at least for one Sherman just to deal with all the Volksgrenadiers and the Grenadiers. Really would help him a lot more, and would certainly keep up really some pressure on Pivawsky. On the other hand, of course, the Panzerfaust can actually do all right against tank destroyers, in particular since if there's enough of them. And there we go, another hit. He's trying to do some damage, and there we go. Geschützwagen going out right in front of the tank destroyers. Oh dear. 21st Panzer Division support. Clearly in trouble though. And quickly down. We are seeing field repairs going up. Troops are getting stopped right here. And right here, he actually would benefit from trying to run through here. He might even crash some Volksgrenadiers. Instead, he actually tries to move about them, which is less good. Volksgrenadiers here, though, and the Grenadiers getting a bit of suppressive fire. One squad retreats. Still suppressed right here. Pinned down, in fact. Tank destroyers making a run for it. Getting a bit of an MG shot there. Armor car getting exposed. Not really looking too dandy for... And mine goes off, damaging the engine of the armored car. The tank destroyed the armored car, though, on the other hand, certainly also taking a few shots. As the M10s open up with their 3-inch guns. And the tank... Oh, the armored car did not succeed. Pivawsky is in what you call trouble. And he's taking back to the Kriegbergs. He might go for some anti-tank guns. And again, I mean, there's very little to stop the armor. So, I mean, imagine again, if it had been a Sherman, it could also have dealt with the Volksgrenadiers much more easily, thus ensuring the tank destroyers wouldn't have had to retreat so fast. Now, of course, with the packs out, the tank destroyers are really going to come to short very soon. So, again, I overall think the Sherman would have been the considerably better choice for Gravemouth against the fight versus Pivawsky. Fraps acting up, but there we go, back again. Kriegbergs going up. Engineers losing a bit to the Grenadiers right there. 10 kills. And the Volksgrenadiers themselves also find themselves on the run as a new force of American streams out. 4 squads still. No supply upgrades. Sherman now perhaps. Tanks of course are going to need repairs. Kriegbergs is done. And the Grenadiers find themselves run off here, and a mine sets off as the Volksgrenadiers retreats right through it. Nicht gut. He's moving out. Bit of quiet again. Sherman. Or not. Again, a great shame, if I might say so. And now actually floating resources, but catching a few Volksgrenadiers here and there. Still having largely the firepower superiority on a local level against the Volksgrenadiers due to the BARs. And there only being 1 squad of Grenadiers with LMGs. Although another Grenadier squad is out, possibly reformed from the medic bunker or possibly trained from the Kriegbands. But there we go, the first Panzerabwehrkanone out. Of course, in coming years 2, it will be replaced with a Pak 40, which was actually more accurate for the time. These 5 need to get out of there. Oh, and they did not get out of there. The Volksgrenadiers were managing to kill them off. And all of us getting overwhelmed right here now by Grenadiers.
Front lines are collapsing.
Gravemouth definitely having a bit of a problem. And a second pack going out. And again, the tank destroyers. And Panzerix up. Ooh, tank destroyer could crush them. Yes! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, that was just horrible. Those tracks will be covered in blood and gore. And won't clean up any time soon. Ooh, Venture 22 for this tank destroyer, by the way. That's nice, but still, Grenadier squad with LMG gone. But against the packs, not going to do so much.
Time to kill some Krauts.
Going up against the left-hand side there as well, going for the fuel once more. Pivawsky is still in trouble, but as soon as he can get the packs in against the tank destroyers, he could definitely get an advantage. Of course, Pivawsky should still consider, besides having the packs, also getting some Geschützwagen, a slightly more mobile thing to sort of perhaps even force the tank destroyers into a packed trap. And now we are seeing the Sherman, but I fear it is simply too late. The moment where it really could have done some damage is now long gone. And again, you ought to know that again, Pivawsky will now be focusing his resources towards something that can deal with armor. In which case, the Sherman will have a considerably less fun time. For example, if it runs into 2 anti-tank guns focused down on it with the intent to kill and blow it up. So right there, I think that was a considerable misstep by Gravemouth in the fight against Pivawsky in the 352nd. Of course, the 2nd infantry is still getting some armor. And there goes Sherman moving in. There we go, gets a kill. No, he doesn't actually. Misses again. Oh, actually gets an MG gunner.
supply lines are broken.
Another kill. Certainly has a higher rate of actually killing infantry than a tank destroyer. Of course, there's still the pack, and soon it will reveal itself. And there we go. Opens up on the Sherman. And of course, now it's getting outflanked. Of course, there's still the other pack. Tank destroyer doing something up here. Some more grenadiers. Oh dear, the pack could get cleared up with the riflemen. And there's the other pack right there. Oh dear, I mean, again, that is sort of the thing you have to be careful about. I mean, even if you get packs, you can still not necessarily win the game. And there we go, one cleared out. I would definitely recommend, yes, there we go, stealing the anti-tank gun. Get it out of there, get it out of there, get it away. Oh dear, the crew's already getting killed. Might actually be too late to salvage that one. Or might it? Not. But returning to Pivawsky in the 352nd Infantry Division. No veteran G2 for the infantry yet. Not sure where all the resources are going actually currently. Oh, he is closing in on a King Tiger, and that is probably going to be his goal. The Königstiger, the Tiger 2. Observation post, so munitions or fuel. The munitions indeed. Pivawsky though is under pressure. The Sherman was actually able to do some damage. And again, the whole denial of a pack is going to hurt Pivawsky a bit and certainly increase the anti-tank efforts that Gravemouth can muster. And could certainly help against a King Tiger as long as it's not the only effort. Oh, he lost a tank destroyer again. They're not tanks. That really is something people ought to repeat to themselves. A tank destroyer is not a tank. And now he's going for the weapon support center. Not entirely sure he needs that now. And again, he is probably blissfully unaware of what's going to come for him.
We have 300 points left.
Pivawsky getting another anti-tank, and of course he could get snipers to try and clear out the anti-tank gun crews through marksmanship. Riflemen holding up their mine in front of the door just in case someone decides to try and kick it in. They will find something else than a welcome mat though. And suppressive fire again. He really loves. Oh! The Panzerjek set off the mine, killing the members inside. Talk about backfiring. And the Volkers getting off some nice kills right here against the riflemen with the BARs. Although they could of course get off a grenade. Pulling up behind the wreck of the tank destroyer. Nicely done, nicely done. Sherman repairing. And right here, the riflemen actually need to force engagement. Instead, they actually retreat. So the Fultons were able to force off the riflemen with BARs. Armor moving a bit up there, stopping the Pioneers. Second anti-tank gun ready again. I think Gravemouth should try and move about his armor a bit more rather than keeping in one side, which of course also means that, you know, Pivawsky just needs to keep the armor anti-tank as it's on one side. On the other hand, if he keeps running around, it's going to be much more difficult for Pivawsky to sort of figure out, well, where do I need to place my anti-tank guns, and where can I do so in a way that will rather definitely stopping the advance by Gravemouth. And again, the MG42 here doing nicely, suppressing all the central troops, gunning down Americans, snuffing out their lives. And there go the Sherman moving up, trying to get off a nice hit. There we go, getting the MG crew, even wrecking the MG. Nasty. And again, imagine what this Sherman could have done much earlier on when there would have been very, very little to counter it, in particular with the support of the tank train again for the Geschützwagen and all that. But again, just didn't happen. I really think that's a huge shame, but we do see Veteran 2 for the infantry. The 352nd troops now being a bit more resilient and being given training on how to dodge bullets a bit better and to suck it up like a man when you get hit. Fulters they're getting run off. Sniper adding in. Medics pulling in the wounded. Almost ready to reform another grenadier squad from the wounded. Putting on a nice band-aid and telling them that open gut wound is nothing. Or at least doing it together and then sort of, you know, making a smile and saying, yeah, now you're good for the fun again. Don't matter about recovery times, that's just for sissies.
The Yankees
Sniper, though, doing what he can. Infantry advancing it. Tank Sherman moving up. Pack too far away to actually assist the frontline troops. That could be to the advantage of Gravemouth. There goes Sherman raking up the kills. High explosive rounds landing in the middle of the road. Sniper opens up. Gets in the Grenadier. Trying desperately to get the Sherman, Panzerfaust and Panzerschrecks. Veterans 1 for the Sherman. 4 kills for the sniper already. No further, though, additions to the armor. I mean, again, when you go for armor doctrine, you always want, you know, nice bit of armor. County's only got 1 tank destroyer and 1 Sherman. I don't think, you know, it's getting the full benefit of his armor doctrine. And again, that's something I imagine Pivawsky will soon be punishing him for quite handily once he gets that 5 command points and the 500 manpower. We are seeing a nice assault force going in here. Panzerschrecks, just in case some armor decides to make an unwanted cameo appearance. With some otherwise Volksgrenadiers and overall adding in quite a bit of firepower. Riflemen rather on the wrong side of the fence, of course, in Grenadiers 2, they would have been able to vault over it and thus quickly be on the right side of it. Which, of course, is rather interesting.
Grenadiers, listen up. Ready? Watch out!
Riflemen going down rather nicely against the Volksgrenadiers. And there we go against suppressive fire. Really nice usage of suppressive fire. I mean, it really does a lot in your engagements against the Germans, as you might notice. It rather makes it a lot more difficult. And there we go, though. Königstiger has arrived. The king is on the field. With a high velocity 88mm gun and quite a bit of sloped armor, it will be a threat to all the Americans possess. And this is really going to bite him in the ass. That again didn't really have a lot of armored things out. And there we go, the King Tiger rolls up, catches the rifleman right in its side, and 1 shot, 4 kills. And now the Sherman decides to move in. Oh dear, careful, careful. You need to get that pack up to the front, and then you need to have the rest try and flank the King Tiger. Of course, if Pivawsky clever, is going to move up the packs to cover the rear of the King Tiger, so anyone trying to sort of circle around it is going to be exposed to heavy anti-tank gunfire. Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers moving up, mines going down there, infantry moving in there, sniper sniping a bit away, tank destroyer needs to get away, already down to less than half health, packs firing, Gravemouth needs to pull up the front against the infantry, mine goes off though, stopping a bit. Of course, he could get a Pershing since he's got armor, and I've certainly seen him go for the left-hand side due to the armor repairs bit. Sniper opens up. Gets some more kills, so does the Sherman. Veterans 1, in fact. Volksgrenadiers going to continue. Desperately trying to get the sniper. And now the Grenadiers are moving in. Oh, the sniper went down! Shot hit the Sherman, but the shrapnel killed the sniper in the process. And now the Sherman might go down, rifleman streaming in. I don't think he has sticky bombs, so otherwise he could easily leave the King Tiger. And he hadn't repaired the tank destroyer, resulting in a 1 knockout hit. This is quickly looking very, very bad for Gravemouth. He was as unprepared almost as he could be against the King Tiger. Propaganda war, that could easily also help him protect. And there we go, Pioneers going down as they try to repair. Grenadiers reformed. 4 squads of Grenadiers reformed for Pivawsky. And the 52nd now with the support of the King Tiger.
Ready to punch back. The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Anti-tank gun moving up.
We are losing ground.
Repair bunker going up, nice choice. And we are seeing the Pershing out. Of course, did not fight in Normandy. It was far from. It was actually, I think, ready by the time there, but it never was actually shipped over until after the Battle of the Ardennes, when the Americans rather had to realize that, yeah, our tanks are probably not as good as the German ones. And we keep losing a lot of them. Perhaps we should go for something a bit heavier. And there we go. Pershing moves in. Anti-tank and supporting.
Cowards attacking.
Grenadiers getting blasted a bit. Oh, the King Tiger set off the mine, damaging the engine of the Pershing. And again, always be careful when fighting next to your own mines. They might get set off. Sherman almost ready, but the Pershing is almost down, and the Grenadiers are certainly not helping. Engineers are quickly shifting away from the Sherman. Sherman should still be careful, though. And the Grenadier squad actually goes down. And veteran 2 for the Sherman, going to help a bit, although he needs an upgun now to sort of increase the penetration rate of the Sherman and his Pershing. To sort of help against the King Tiger. Rather than moving up, trying to probably sticky bomb it. Half health though for the King Tiger, doing nicely with the combined firepower of the Pershing, veteran 2 Sherman, and the anti-tank gun. Sticky bomb goes off on the King Tiger and damages the engine. Has to be careful though, has to be careful with his infantry. He does not want to move it too closely together, otherwise it's going to make it a nice target for a propaganda war. Rifleman has snuck in though, flanking in. Mine goes off though, pinning but not killing. Moving in slowly. Sticky bombs going off. Rifleman squad needs to get out of there. And there we go, propaganda war. Because they were clumped up. King Tiger though, immobilized right in front of the repair bunker. Pack opens up. King Tiger's barely any health left. Sticky bomb. Sherman needs to be careful though. Careful. Pershing though is very much almost down, but we are seeing a Grenadier force moving in. No, don't move the pack. Don't move the pack. I mean the anti-tank, and you just want to fire off a few more shots. Oh dear, this could be it. This could be it where he loses. Ah no. Trying to Gravemouth, but I definitely think that was a missed opportunity right there. Might have been a misclick. Oh dear, and he... Oh, and the Sherman goes down as well. And he didn't have enough munitions for field repairs. Oh, so close for Gravemouth. But sadly not enough. He lost his nerve at the exact wrong moment. Even, I think he should have stayed with the Sherman there as well and just tried to knock out the King Tiger, because otherwise, I mean, ultimately, whatever he lost there would have been alright, because again, Pivawsky would not have been able to replace the King Tiger. Now the Rifleman just charging in, need to get off some grenades. There we go. Squad down, a grenade go off on the Rifleman as well. Chaos Carnage, wants a blood upgrade. Some squads need to retreat. Down to one man.
Base is taking fire.
Pershing getting repaired. BR left behind. Don't move the Pershing forwards. Don't tempt fate, Gravemouth. Grounding automatic secure, and there we go, retreat. But at the same time, the King Tiger is slowly but surely getting repaired and getting ready to fight again for the fatherland. But not really, you know, getting the most out of his packs. And interesting enough, and you've just been pulled them up a bit more to support all of this. This could actually have gone very, very wrong for Gravemouth, but instead he didn't. He just kept them back there. I think that was actually something that could easily have backfired on Pivawsky. So that was actually a bad move. And overall, his pack usage does seem a bit on the passive side.
Our war machine is raring to go. Listen up, people. Armor is good to go.
But Gravemouth at this stage is pretty crippled. He's taking heavy losses and he can't quite replace them. And again, I think he missed some rather vital opportunity again, getting that first Sherman. Now he goes for another sniper. I don't think he needs more snipers. At least he's going to need a lot of snipers to deal with all these Grenadiers. But let's just speed things up. And we are now seeing the new Nebelwerfer. Rockets falling down and not doing an awful lot. And there you go, full grenadier assault. Pivawsky teasing Gravemouth a bit, asking if there's a Calliope soon. Raven here getting stopped, trying to flank, but getting absolutely mutilated. Squad down. BAR lost. Pivawsky though blobbing up. Less fun. Mine goes off. Sniper sniping. King Tiger almost fully repaired. German infantry advances, but they are taking considerable losses as they are getting blasted to tiny bits and pieces. Flamethrowers, snipers, veterans of 3, 4 Pivawsky's infantry, making them that much more tough. Grenade, ooh, killing quite a few riflemen. And the King Tiger not waiting to get his engine repaired, he's just forward, loose, I might miss all the fun. But there we go with all the infantry support gone, he's pulling away, and now we're seeing 2 snipers out of Gravemouth, but tragically snipers were never the best thing to deal with King Tigers with. Of course it can clear out the Pioneers, repairing the King Tiger. I mean, it still can't actually knock it out. Pershing moving in slowly. Anti-tank gun could do with a bit of recruiting. Lighter fighting over here. Moving up towards the center. Rather than getting blasted. MG up there. I would suggest recruiting that anti-tank gun. Getting a supply upgrade number 2. Mega pack opening up. Pershing already heavily damaged. Nebula fire going down. Sniper not really in a position to help. And without the anti-tank, of course, the King Tiger is largely going to be unopposed except for the Pershing, and the King Tiger largely has the advantage right there. In particular, since the Pershing has not been outgunned, or at least gotten the better rounds. So there we go, Pivawsky pushing forward on several fronts. Quite frankly, we're manning Gravemouth's rather thinner lines. And Allied War Machine up. And now just charging forwards is Pershing. Question, of course, how much damage we'll actually be able to do with it. And there you go, Pershing down, but replaced still. Will it be enough? Snipers getting as many grenadiers as they can before they do any harm to their friends. And artillery going in. That's probably going to be a firestorm. Getting a few troops, but not doing any sort of greater harm, except to the barracks. Grenadiers down. Frontal half of the American base. An inferno.
Front shifting. Krauts are grabbing territory from us.
And Grenadiers dropping like flies to the snipers. Of course, the Nebula was going to try and put a stop to that. Launching rockets. It looks like a medic was killed right here.
Fire.
And returning to Pivawsky. Now the Pershing being sent forwards on a rather lonely move. Snipers out for Pivawsky. Probably try and counter-snipe the American counterpart. Not really looking good for Gravemouth, and I would say this is GG. And again, I think it rather boils down to the fact that he did not go for a Sherman first. Instead, he went for the tank destroyer and thus lost out on an opportunity to really do some damage to the German infantry. Instead, his tank destroyer was well able against, you know, the armoured car, and the Nebula was not able to deal with was actually Pivawsky's main force component, which was infantry. And things like that can actually hurt you.
Sniper ready to
Oh, he fired a bit too fast there, although he might have gotten an American sniper. Oh, he got the other sniper, and there we go, Calliope out, firing away, gets the German sniper with a rocket right in the face. Pershing once more getting repaired, 2 kills for the Calliope. And the advance of the American once more getting stopped by the King Tiger, now with 32 kills of the infantry and 3 armoured kills. Pershing moves in. And of course the packs add into the fun. Calliope rolls forward, did not serve in Normandy either. Largely the only real sort of armoured artillery they would have had back then was the Priest. Not so much the Calliope. And the Nebelwerfer screams once more. And now the Calliope is in trouble because there's nothing supported either. Mine went off there, stopping the Grenadiers at least temporarily. Oh, nice hit from the Pershing, veterans who won. And a war machine up again. But largely does not seem to concern Pivawsky. Riflemen are advancing, but again, will it be enough? And there we go, propaganda war, because he stuck them too close.
Our opponent has 200 points.
And GG, there we go, game over. Looked really solid for Gravemouth in the beginning, but he made those rather grim mistakes, which rather allowed Pivawsky a chance to come back. Again, he did not punish Pivawsky's infantry, which what he should have been his main priority. You know, he should have gone for a Sherman first, then supported with tank destroyers. That would actually hurt Pivawsky a lot more. Instead, when the Sherman came out, there were packs out. And even then, he had a slight chance, but didn't quite manage to fully exploit it. Second problem was partly he went for the armour doctrine, but his amount of armour was quite limited. He, for example, should have perhaps focused a bit more on tank destroyers, less on snipers, to sort of deal with the King Tiger. Again, that did not happen, and ultimately, again, he lost his nerve when he had the chance to actually get the King Tiger decommissioned, which could ultimately have helped Gravemouth in the longer run against Pivawsky, since that would have left him largely only with the Sturm Army and some infantry. And later on, of course, with a fresh Pershing and some snipers, you could easily have dealt with that. But again, just I fear some bad priorities by Gravemouth allowed Pivawsky with the better priorities to actually get through in the end. And again, priorities actually matter. You sort of have to realise, well, what do I want to do? What do I want to kill? And why do I want to kill? And again, tanks are great for killing vehicles, stuff like that. But again, there was not a lot of those. There was a lot of infantry. So again, you should have gone Shermans. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe to it, tell your friends. And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own or provide some feedback in the comments. And also, I'm actually pretty close to 3,000 subscribers. I was just looking recently, and I mean, I was just 1 subscriber away. So I mean, you know, thumbs up to everyone who has subscribed. You're all incredibly handsome, charming, and intelligent people. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.